Hello everyone, this is Ben from the Seekonk Library, and I wanted to give you a recommendation today. Now, I've been saying that I've only been doing music and switching that up with movies from now and again, but today I have a book. I do read books too. I just finished reading Political Tribes by Amy Chua. You might recognize the name Amy Chua. She made waves a couple years back with her book Battle Hymn of the Tiger Mother, which is also a really good book, which I'd recommend as well. But this book is completely different from that. That book was more of a memoir and it was a very personal project, where this one's much more of her academic wheelhouse, because she is a professor at Yale. So what this book is about, she kind of systematically goes through some of America's failed international or foreign policy squabbles and attempts, and she kind of frames them in this concept of tribal politics. So she's kind of going through and saying that a lot of misunderstandings that we have in understanding what's happening in the areas because we don't understand the tribes that are at work. And just to give an example, she talks about Vietnam and how America saw all Vietnam as just one thing and not recognizing that there were actually ethnic Chinese people in Vietnam too. That was a whole other layer to the complexities of Vietnam, and we just didn't understand it. And that kind of led to kind of the result of that incident. And she goes through and talks about Venezuela and Afghanistan and Iraq. And then finally she settles in on America and talks about how we might not realize it, but there's a lot of tribal things happening in our own country. And kind of uses that to kind of explain the present political climate, which I found very enlightening. And she goes one step further and towards the end of the book offers suggestions on how to battle these tribal elements in our culture, which I found very enlightening, I would say. It definitely gave me a lot to think about, which is why I'm recommending it. I felt like there was a lot of takeaways from it. There's a lot of parts where I'd read it and I'd stop and just think about what she was talking about. And I kind of felt like something that was needed at the moment. And I will say it's a political book, but it does not take a political side, which is really nice. So it can be recommended from people from any political thinking and background, which is, I think, desperately what's needed at the moment. So, very good book, very good author. I've enjoyed all of her work so far. And I would say if you enjoy political discourse, maybe history, and I'll also recommend it for readers of Hillbilly Elegy too, because it kind of taps into a lot of the same topics, although Hillbilly Elegy was much more of a memoir, where this book is actually delving into those concepts and offering some analysis and solution, which is really good. So, highly recommended. If you do pick it up, I'd love to talk to you about it. Thanks.